What's good, YouTube? So VRAINS is hitting a lot of the news right now in terms of its cards, and we finally have the classic 2500 main character boss monster here. And it looks really nice, and as you notice, it's got kind of some problem with its links, but that's actually not a problem due to its effect. So if it's in the extra monster zone, it does enable your opponent, but it can do something about that. But it seems really, really useful, actually, outside of your extra monster zone, more so in the main monster zone, because it enables you to have two zones from there. So I think you're trying to, like, have an enabled main monster zone and put this in it more so typically. But it does have a very good effect. It takes a total of four links. So either a link 3 in one monster or 4 different monsters. That's a lot of monsters, guys. But its type, if you were wondering, is a light cyverse. Even though its name is Dragon, so the main character's monster is technically a dragon, we suppose. It's actually a light cyverse link effect of 2500 attacks. No defense because it's a link monster. So, you know, that's the first time a main character's monster doesn't have a defense. And while this card is face up, so once period while it's face up, during either player's turn, a quickie as DP Yu-Gi-Oh might say, you can target any number of monsters on the field and or in the graveyard up to the number of monsters and mutual link with this card. Return them to the hand. On the field and or graveyards? Ooh. So basically, if you load up your main monster zone alongside him, which takes 4 monsters total, not going to be easy, you are able to utility back any number of monsters on the field and or in the graveyard. That is crazy. So the most you'll ever be compulsing is 3, I believe, because you would have the above and the extra monster zone linked to it, and then you would have the side to side. So even though it doesn't enable that zone, I think it would count as a link if it's straight above it. I don't know that ruling, though, so maybe it's a max of 2. It should be interesting to figure out if cards from the main monster zone can link upwards, even though it's not really enabling that zone since the zone is always enabled. So a compulse for up to 2, or a resource back from the graveyard up to 2. That is crazy. I had not read this card before talking about it. Return them to the hand. Ooh, it has a secondary effect, though. We're not done yet. It's not broken enough yet. If a monster linked by this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 monster from your hand. 1 monster from your hand. No level restriction. This card is insane. So, a link 4, I would assume that we can still keep going up the tree. You're putting a lot of resources into this sometimes, but you can just scapegoat into it. It doesn't have any restriction, it looks like, on its types of links. It doesn't say it needs effect monsters or non-effect monsters or cyverse or anything. It's just a total of up to 4 monsters or a link 3 with 1, 2 link 2s. This is crazy. It's crazy good. Let's see what the new cards from the main character entail as well. As I didn't start the video out with this. Looks like we have 4 cards belonging to our main character. I believe all these would be his. So let's go ahead and get into it. Line markers. It is all from VRAINS. Alright. So we have Salvage Driver. Salvaged. I'm trying to say that word. Salvagent. Is that right? Light cyverse effect, level 6, 2200/2100, so beefy in both areas, but for a level 6 kind of lacking. You can only use 1 of each of this card's effects once per turn, so hard once per turn. If a cyverse type link monster you control is destroyed by your opponent, either by battle or card effect while this card is in your hand or graveyard, special summon this card. Alright, it comes out easy. Alright, well, this card, opponent. By your opponent, though, so you can't Dark Hole and just special. Effect 2, you can discard 1 spell card, then target 1 cyverse type monster in your graveyard and special summon it, but it cannot attack directly this turn. So, utility to get more materials for links or overlay seems pretty good. Definitely doing it right and giving cyverse proper support. Where's our psychic support? And then we have Launcher Commander, Earth Cyverse Effect. Level 4, 1700/1200. All other cyverse type monsters you control gain 300 attack and defense. So it's all other. It doesn't get to boost itself. It's not a 2000 out the gate. Once per turn, you contribute one cyverse type monster and target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Destroy it. The target part probably hurts it a little, and the destroy part, but it is a utility card, it seems. Alright, we get into 3 Strike Barrier. I did read this earlier to myself, so I kind of know the rundown for it. While your opponent controls exactly 3 cards, you can activate one of these effects. So it's got a really kind of limit of, you got to activate it at a real certain point. For the rest of this turn, monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. So you can just flip it up then, but they can continue their turn. For the rest of this turn, you take no battle damage. So, that's kind of cool. It's like a Wabaku, and if they control up to 3 cards, like, they have to control exactly 3 cards. But there's a point, I feel like, during the early turns that'll happen, but I feel like this gets way worse late duel. For the rest of this turn, when a monster you control inflicts battle damage to your opponent, gain the life point equal to the damage inflicted. Alright, there's gotta be some cool stuff with that. There's no way that part of the card, it doesn't get broken. But then again, they have to have 3, and that's an offensive. Like, you're going on the offense with that. So, yeah, I see the restrictions. It's actually really, really hard, I suppose, to get the right conditions to go offensively with it. But really cool art for its 3 effects. It looks like we got 3 kind of things going on here with the 4th gate. I have no clue what's going on in this picture. I got no clue at all. But all these cards seem really, really cool, really balanced. I believe this is pretty Playmaker. Oh man, he's looking even more and more Super Saiyan-y in this picture. Let me actually get you guys the proper screen capture for this man's. This man's looking pretty DBZ-ish, honestly. But I like the art. The art at least is very nice. I like it. I think I'm really going to enjoy VRAINS. It's going to be one of the first times I pick the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime back up. And I'm pretty hype about it. And I hope you guys are too. I hope you guys are down for some anime reviews, to come talk with me, to come hang out and talk about the anime. I'm really excited to see how these play into the anime, get revealed. So yeah, I'm going to watch it subtitled, Japanese, get ahead of everybody. So there will be spoilers in my reviews. I'll put spoiler in the title though, so you guys know that it's coming. But I want to have a place to come talk. And we already reviewed a lot of these cards in the other videos. I'll link those at the end here so you can click on it and see my reviews on them. But there were a lot of really nice cards in this release. Oh, there's another cyverse. Yes, I knew I was forgetting something. So there's a fire cyverse type link effect monster, but I don't think it's going to be the main characters, but it could be. It looks really cool from what I can tell. There's no fine detail there, but it's a attack of 2,000 and link 2, only a link 2, but it takes specifically 2 Star Grail monsters. I haven't seen the announcement of the Star Grails yet, or I'm behind and maybe they were already released somewhere, but I don't think so. The second effect of this card's name, so the second effect of this card can only be used once per turn. This card gains question 0/0 attack for each different Star Grail monster in your graveyard. So, I guess it's X 100, so like 100 for each. You can tribute one of your Star Grail monsters. This card is linked to. Then target one of your monsters in the graveyard other than that monster. Special summon that monster to your side of the field. That card links to. That's kind of cool. So any monster. You tribute a Star Grail, and then yeah, any monster. Then target one of your monsters in the graveyard. That's really big. And 3, if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, special summon 1 Star Grail monster from your hand. So not decked, but we'll see what the Star Grails do. Huh. I didn't mess up. These aren't Star Grails. Any of these are. Those are the Twilight Sworns. These are the Tricksters. Yeah, the Tricksters. And these are the Goki. So should be interesting to see what these Star Grails do then. But definitely excited for the anime. Pumped up. Really happy, and I hope you all enjoyed this. seeing a dragon that's not a dragon, a cyverse, be announced as the main monster. What do you guys think of Firewall Dragon? Are you excited? It's not even a fire type or dragon, even though it's Firewall Dragon. But I think it looks really nice. Thanks for watching, and those videos that I talked about will be linked right now. Give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed all of the new card coverage today, and there will probably be a little bit more of it tomorrow. I'll be streaming regionals. I'll be streaming the Houston regionals. Please tune in on Twitch. We should start around 10:30 Central or 11. So be sure to set that clock, set your alarm, and tune in to the live coverage of the regional, or at least between rounds of YCS Prague. Thanks, guys.